Welcome to All About Albemarle. This is the segment where we talk about the things that matter to the people who live, work, and play in the city of Albemarle. I'm David Fath, the Communications Director for the city, and joining me today is Dana Cheney, the City of Albemarle's Human Resources Director. Dana, one of the things we really like to do on this segment is go behind the scenes of the organization, the City of Albemarle as an organization. Tell people a little bit about human resources. What do you do as a human resources director?
We do a little bit of everything, David. I like to say we're backstage. We are the support cast at the City of Albemarle. Our entire purpose is to make sure we're bringing on great team members, and then once they come to the city, supporting them in any way we can, providing great benefits packages, obviously, strong value in our compensation packages, adding new things like a floating holiday. We want to be there to support the individuals and our departments across the city.
You said you're backstage, but pretty soon you're going to be center stage for the Leads at Lunch program. That's something through the Small Business Center and Community College. Tell us a little bit about Leads at Lunch and what you're going to be covering on February 13th.
I always enjoy going to Leads at Lunch because it's a number of folks across the community coming together to learn from each other. And we're going to be talking about culture on the 13th, culture within an organization and how that can be a competitive advantage for an organization of any size. Prior to coming to the city, I was actually an HR consultant. So I traveled around supporting small and mid-size organizations. I've also worked for an organization of 80,000. So, but what I've seen is that those organizations who really understand who they are and their personality, and they embed that in their programming, it can be really hard to duplicate. So that's what we're going to talk about.
So just some details for that event. That's February 13th. That's from noon to 1 p.m. over at the Small Business Center, which is right across the street from City Hall. Free. It's free. Free to be there, and really open to anyone. They ask you to RSVP. We'll have a link on our Facebook page for folks to RSVP for that. Really exciting event.
Yeah.
You mentioned culture as an advantage.
Yeah.
How is the culture at the City of Albemarle as an organization an advantage for us?
So I think it's always been somewhat of an advantage. When I first was introduced to the city, it really impressed me how our team members wanted to serve the community. And I think that's always been key to who we are. But our city manager, Michael Ferris, he put in place a strong foundation of our core values. And those are humility and respect, honesty, integrity, teamwork. And so we use that foundation in who we hire, who we bring on board. We build it into our onboarding. We build it into our performance evaluations. And it really becomes key to who we are. And with our strategic plan now, we're being more purposeful and intentional in investing in our team members by addressing compensation, by providing additional training opportunities. So, we're in the middle of our journey in improving our culture.
Yeah, and I think one of the probably most satisfying things is when you see the compliments that come in from members of the public who have received service from our organization.
Sure.
We do get those.
We do get those.
And that's really a kind of a gratifying moment for us. You talked a little bit about the organization. Are there opportunities for someone who likes what they hear?
Sure.
What are the openings that we've got right now that we can kind of highlight?
So right now, we just put out, we're already thinking about summer. So we're looking for high school students or those home from college who might want to serve as a lifeguard or help us run our outdoor challenge programs. So those are out there. We're looking for some strong team members within our public housing community to hopefully build that staff and give them some additional strong resources. We're looking for a civil engineer to join us, somebody to help us manage our water treatment plants. The thing that's great about our organization is you can come in one area and learn about who the organization is. And if you're like, well, I want to try something else, because we're so diverse as an organization, you can transfer across departments.
Yeah. What do people need to know about applying for an opportunity here?
So it's on our website. Just go to albemarlenc.gov/careers. You can put in your application, upload a resume pretty easily. Once you do it the first time, your information's in there. So if you choose to apply to jobs later on, it's a very simple process. You can do it from your phone.
Great. Well, Dana, thank you for taking us behind the scenes a little bit of the HR world and what it does for the city as an organization. That's all the time we have this week for All About Albemarle. For Dana Cheney, I'm David Fath. Thanks for listening.